All righty. We are... Oh, man, there's supposed to be a chat window. The chat window is not showing up. We have another live stream going here, and, of course, the chat window is supposed to be up on that camera, and it's not. So give me a second here while I try to figure out why that's going on. But, hey, guys, welcome to another live stream here on popculturenetwork.com. We've got something fun to take a look at today. This is going to be one of those weird things that just happened to find in the bowels of the internet, and I thought it'd be worth taking a look at here. So let's see here. Pop out chat. Okay. So I know a lot of you guys have been wondering about the NEOGEO. Was it the NEOGEO Mini? I think is what it's called. And, you know, I'm one of those people. I've ordered one because I like little arcade machines. I like seeing, I don't know, there's just something about, I guess when I grew up, I had those little tabletop machines, you know? And so having the ability to have a new tabletop, like, arcade machine is a neat idea. You know, I've done videos with the Burger Time and with the Pac-Man and Dig Dug and Galaga, and I've had the little keychain machines and played with a lot of different stuff. Chat window just will not come in today, and I don't know why. I don't know why I can't get the chat. This is one of those things. I love doing live streams because of the interaction with everybody, but then when the interaction fails, like today, where I can't get anything to actually work in the chat. Oh, wait. Is that going to do it? Oh, there's the chat. Okay. All right. So now we can see the chat window. I guess I tried to do some funky stuff with the colors and stuff like that, and it didn't quite work out. And I'm looking at the wrong camera again. I'm going to look at you, right? And this camera looks a little washed out. I'll have to fix that later. But, okay. So you guys are wondering, like, why the hell are we here? Why are we doing this live stream? The NEOGEO Pocket Mini, whatever it's called. I've got one on order. Comes out in, I don't know, 3 weeks, something like that. We're not going to be talking about that today, but we will be talking about something kind of similar. We have this. We have the Retro Arcade. Now, you're probably thinking, Dirt, what exactly is this? And the thing is, I don't really know. And you say, well, Dirt, does this play NEOGEO games? I don't know. Is this like an emulator box, like a Raspberry Pi in a shell? I don't know. Is this an NES clone with a little screen and a built-in gamepad? Probably. I don't know. Did you pay way too much for this and you're going to regret it in the long run when you see what games it actually plays? Probably. I don't know. I just happened to see this thing online. And it was one of those things where I just said, I'm going to have to get it. You can see there's the Retro Arcade and the little gamepad it shows there. Here on the side, we've got, joystick and arcade buttons. We've got a thing here showing the gamepad. 64-bit operating system is what it says. Up at the top, you can barely see it there. 4.3-inch full-view TFT screen. Support arcade. Okay, CP1, CP2, GBA, SFC, GBC, GB, MD, NES, games, etc. format. All right, so Famicom, Super Famicom, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Mega Drive, NES, CP1 and CP2. I'm pretty sure those are arcade. It says arcade CP1, CP2, but like I said, anyway. Large capacity storage, expanded TF cart, lossless music picture, supports 26 kinds of languages. But does it speak Klingon? And then, let's see, we'll go over to this side. It said, we've got what's actually in here, console. 2 gamepads, because there's one built in, I think an extra one. AV cable, USB cable, user manual. You can see that pad again. We've got colors. This is the clear black one. There's also a red, white, and blue one that looks more like the NEOGEO one. It is sealed. It has these seal stickers on the bottom. But on the back, we can see a picture of what the unit actually looks like. This is the smoky plastic, I guess it's called, something like that. And so, let's see, we've got the USB port, AV out, earphone, TF card, standard input DC adapter, power, I guess it's the power button. And then we've got our actual game device here. This is your joystick, in case you were wondering. These are the game keys, start and select and volume, and then our screen there. Select and start to quit or archive the game. Okay, so I don't know if this is going to come with anything on it, if I'm going to have to dump some ROMs on this to try it. I honestly don't know what's in this box, so we're going to find out. So this is going to be an experiment. This might end up being like one of the worst things of all time. I don't know, but we will find out. So let's switch here to the overhead, and I'm going to cut this box open. This was delivered by DHL Express earlier today. And this is that standard Chinese electronics box. If you've ordered the stuff online, you know exactly. It's a thick, heavy cardboard box that's made to, take the dings and the donks and the whatever from international travel. And we will slide the top off here. Set this aside. And, oh, it actually does have 2 different game pads. So there you go. So 2 different game pads. Let's pop back over here. 2 different game pads. These are USB, so just standard USB game pads. And buttons. Buttons are a little mushy. They do have some spring back to them, though, but they don't... They're kind of like when you press down on them, they're a little wobbly. You know what I mean? It's not like it's down and back up exact, like an arcade button is. These are kind of loose in there. Select and start, and a gamepad. Gamepad feels fine. So, yeah, so 2 little gamepads. Okay, so that's actually better than I thought, because I thought there was only 1 extra gamepad on there. We've got our USB cable. We've got our AV cable. So you can hook this up to an old tube television, which is always handy. Let's see. Here we've got our little booklet. And let's see here. Ooh, it even says Retro Arcade. So there you go on that. And let's see here. And this is all in Chinese. This is English. Okay, so safety and use. Please don't use and store a machine in dusty, humid, high-temperature, strong magnetic environment. Okay. Especially in swimming pool. Hey, guys, this is not for the swimming pool. It says especially in the swimming pool, bathroom, kitchen. Okay. To carry out the machine, especially when running and other strenuous exercise, please send the machine firmly fixed to the body so as not to fall from height or weight of pressure. Otherwise, the machine might sound, quality decline, even damage. Okay, fair enough. All right, so just kind of looking real quick, see if there's anything we really have to worry about here. Nothing, okay. Blah, 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 blah. We'll come back to that later if we need to. But it's there, nonetheless. And we've got a big, plastic piece in here to keep everything secure. And then inside, okay, so this is all that's left is this machine inside the box here. And we'll set it here. And this is the standard, again, Chinese electronics plastic bag. If you've ever, again, ordered something online and you've gotten that same type of plastic bag. And wow, our screen is sitting in the middle of the plastic shell. Well, this might be a very short video then. We'll see here. Let's see. The screen has a protective coating on it. But yeah, it's just not... It looks like maybe it's supposed to snap into place, and it's not snapped. So we will... I don't know. I might have to... Okay, well, we'll get to that in a minute. Okay, but let's just take a look at some of the other stuff here. Buttons. Yeah, again, they just feel like the standard buttons you're going to find on like an NES clone, whatever. This joystick, wow. There's absolutely nothing to if you're pressing left or right, you can go anywhere. It's not, I don't think it's not analog. It's not fully analog because you can kind of feel when you get to a north, south, east, west, up, down, left, right, like it kind of sticks a little bit. Like that's maybe where it's, it knows that there's the pad there. It does spring back. It is pretty springy. Okay, so I mean that's not too terrible. Down here at the bottom, we can see a speaker, and we've got rechargeable battery in here, and it is just a battery pack that looks like a couple batteries. So I'm guessing if your rechargeable battery goes out, you might be able to replace that with a couple normal batteries up in there. On the back, we've got two USB ports for our controllers. Our AV out, like it said, our compact flash plug port slot. We've got our USB, and that is a mini USB, not a micro USB. So it's the trapezoid shape, not the very thin one. And then power button. And the power is coming on, and it gave me a battery symbol. So it apparently needs to be charged. I wonder if I can get a shot of that. Yeah, so you can see the battery there. Needs to be charged. Okay. And I can see one tiny little circuit board in there that this is attached to. And that is, oh my gosh. Okay, here's something weird. I'm going to have to try to get a shot of this if I can. So let's switch to this camera here. If you can see on there, there's that PCB board down there. And if you look, there's some sort of chip, and they've scratched out the markings on the chip. So whatever that chip is, you can't see what it is because they've actually scratched it and scraped it to cover up. So I don't know what this circuit board is and what it's using, but they sure as heck don't want you to know either. So that is funky. Wow. Okay. Cool stuff. All right, so the screen being off here, this does not bode well. I can see that there are little clips for it to clip into. It's just not in there. I'm trying to see if maybe one of them feels broken or something. But I can't really tell. Again, one of the things about doing this as a live stream, I don't really know what I have in the package, and you end up with something kind of funky here. All right, so I'm going to try to see if I can set this into place. Of course, the ribbons have gotten in front of the screen, so now I've got to try to get the ribbons behind the screen. Get the screen out here, and it looks like we've got one ribbon going from the controls to the PCB board, and another ribbon going from the screen to the board. So, I mean, that makes sense as far as that goes. There's nothing else going on there other than whatever that mystery chip is. So try to get this screen to attach. I'm trying to just kind of maneuver it into place and see if it'll just kind of, snap itself in. Because there's about the spot where it goes. And there is a screen protector. So maybe if I set it up just right and pull on the protector and it's not snapping into place. Okay, so I'm going to have to pop this thing open. So, all right. So we're going to do a little bit of surgery right here on the show. I'm going to have to get this panel off, and I can see that there's a couple little tension like clips, whatever, where it just kind of clips into place. So I'm going to see if I can't force that apart a little bit. Just kind of wedge a little screwdriver down in here. Let's see if I can pop that open. Oh, there we go. And it's all coming off pretty easily here. All right, so that came off pretty easily. You can see that there is a metal frame in there to hold everything in place, and for whatever reason, it just didn't hold. And there's our screen. And again, I'm trying to take a look at that chip. That is bizarre that they've scratched out like that. Oh, a volume on the side is a wheel here, and I can see the wheel on there. So, okay, well, if anyone needs higher resolution pictures of that at some point, let me know. But otherwise, you can just pop off that screen, and it'll go right into place. Okay, so let's get this screen attached back on here. Maybe, if I can. Okay, I think I'm going to have to take the screen protector off first. I don't think that's why they did it. I don't think they left it off there going, oh, well, we want you to be able to take the screen protector off. I don't think that was the reasoning behind it. Again, this is one of those products of questionable quality, questionable legality, questionable heritage. But I can see there are clips like all over the screen, and there are, divots on the frame for everything to go into place here. So I'm trying to slide it in there gently without putting too much pressure on it. I think I got it. So now let's snap all of these back into place. All right. I think we're good. I think we got it. Okay. Boy. All right. So we've got the screen in, but we know that the battery needs to be replaced. So, or not replaced, but charged. So I'm going to have to grab. There was no actual power adapter. So it looks like it powers through the USB. What camera am I looking at? This camera. I'm going to have to power through the USB here. So I hope this hub here has power I can plug into. And we will plug into, and we do have a charge light. Okay, that's a good sign. Something is working. Something is doing something, and that is usually a better sign than when nothing happens. Okay, so let's pop back in here and take a look. If I turn on, can I turn on the power button yet? Will it go ahead? Nope. Nope. Oh, joy. So it looks like the battery is completely dead. So I'm going to have to give this a minute and see if we can build up any sort of juice in it. So while that is running, let me grab this book real quick here. And let's see. What do we have with this guy? 26 kind of languages. Okay, power. Boot screen. Okay. You have to set machine time. So it actually is running a full deal on here. We've got game ROMs, music browser, file browser, and toolbox, it says. Game ROMs. Enter the list of games including arcade, GBA, Super Famicom, Mega Drive, Famicom, Game Boy Color, Sega Master System, Game Gear, and other formats of game. Press A to enter the game. Select Start for a pop-up. Okay, button set, interface. Select key is the arcade coin button. Those of you wondering about that. Playing music. Check the shortcut Music Hall. Press the up-down, press play. It doesn't say what format, but I'm guessing MP3. Probably not FLAC. Maybe AAC. WMA, maybe, if you want your Windows Media Audio. There's a picture browser. So you can put pictures in. You can press the D key to rotate the image left and right to switch the picture, and B to return to the menu. File browser. Okay, so we've got that. Toolbox. Oh, I see. So browser, music browser, file browser. Okay, so browser, in this case, it's a picture browser, not an internet browser. So no playing Flash games. You're not going to load Roblox up on here. So sorry for all of you kids looking forward to that. So file browser operation. Okay, stick it to the mini SD card. Shortcuts. Grab the settings. You can change the backdrops. Backlight. You can set how long the backlight is going to be on, how bright it is. Different sound settings. Different keys make sound. System information. TV out mode. Okay, use of the TF card. Put the TF card in. Make sure game consoles have no operation at present for card first. So make sure the system has no operation at present first. Then you put in the card. Press with handle gently. TF card will automatically pop up. When the TF card not pop up, this okay. So please choke and pull out directly. Choke and pull out directly. All right, supports lossless music in the MP3, WMA, WAVE, APE, and RA, etc. What's RA? Is that real audio? This thing is set for... I don't know what APE is. No FLAC listed, though. Support JPEG, ping, bitmap, okay. Sound mode, ordinary, jazz, pop, rock, classical, vocal, treble, bass, user customization. That's the one you always want. Play mode, many kinds of play modes. Circulation play, order, singles play, random play, single cycle. Let's see, our screen, here we go. It's a 480 by 272, so not super HD. Software. The software is quick and convenient player management software. There you go. The THD is less than or equal to 3%. I don't know what that means. THD. And max output frequency, 10 meter. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Any changes in specifications or technology will not be informed. Well, I'm glad to not be informed. Okay, let's see. Do we have enough juice now for this to do anything? Can we're just getting the battery. We are just getting the battery. Come on, dude. Just battery. If I leave it on longer, just battery. Come on, do something. Just battery. Okay. Well, live video. When you do a live feed, you never know what you're going to get exactly. I wonder if I take this battery out, can it just run? Can it just run off of the USB power? It can! Oh my gosh. Okay, let's hop over there. There we go. So we take out the battery pack, and we can get in there. All right, so what do we got here? What do we got? We've got our browser down there, but we can see some things. We've got Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, Captain Commando, Punisher, Area 88. So I'm guessing... Oh, you hearing that? All right. Street Fight 2, World of Fighter, Knights of the Round, Final Fight, 3 Wonders. Ooh, World Soccer Winning 11. I like how the... Whoa, did you see that guy screaming? All right, there he is. World Soccer Winning 11. That is the screenshot. That was the promotional, right, for Pro Evolution Soccer 17, I think. Which I don't think... I mean, Winning 11, that is, but who knows. Rayman 3, Rockman X, F-Zero, Sonic 1, Gunstar Heroes, Battle Cry, and we're back at the beginning. So we do have a handful of games on here that we can play from. We do have our browser stuff down here, but let's go up. Let's check out some of these games. I really want to check out Winning 11. I know you guys don't, but we'll get to it in a minute. Let's check out Sonic. So I guess I'll hit... Is that start? Okay. Let me check out... this red button seems to do something. All right, so it does look a little stretched. I don't know if there's any way to fix that or not, but we won't worry about that right now. I'm not doing anything. Okay. It was doing the attract mode. All right. I mean, I gotta say, it feels pretty responsive here. Whoa. And of course, I'm playing the worst game of Sonic I've ever played, not paying attention to really what's going on here. Woo! What am I even doing? I don't know. Bro, you're making me look bad on the live stream. One thing I forget about how difficult the original Sonic actually was in comparison to a lot of the stuff that came later. Oh, and of course I forgot about the big ring. Okay. So that is working. Let's go back. We got continue game settings. Now I'm wondering skipping. Oh, so you can tell it to skip frames if it's having problems, it looks like. All right, but then how do I back out of this menu? Okay. Buttons to set, instant archive. So I'm guessing that's a save state that you can do, reset the game, and quit. All right, but I'm wondering about the screen. Is there a way? Language settings. More background. No, not worried about that. Go back. Go. There we go. Sound settings, backlight time, backlight settings. Okay, so. Oh, it's got 16 gigs of space in there? But there's only 380 megabytes available. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. I'm going to have to figure out what's going on with that. But you can see there, this is the model LN430. So if that means anything to anybody, there you go as far as that goes. If I can go back. Okay, so I was hoping there was a way to set the screen so that it would stick in the... Because it says 4:3, but it's really not. I mean, you can see that this is, I don't know if it's necessarily 16:9, but it's definitely more of a widescreen look. All right, so let's try. What Punisher is this? All countries excluding the United States? Okay, this looks like an arcade game. And Capcom CP Systems. Okay. So how do I add a coin? Based upon, okay, magazines. I love how they call them magazines instead of just saying comics. New York, Steel and Concrete, blah, 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 blah. Whoa. All right, so I'm adding some credits there. Yeah, so this is the arcade beat 'em up. And it's looking pretty good, honestly. Kablam. Oh, yeah, with all the destructible environment stuff. Oh, this game is awesome. Now, it does say that you can join in second player, so I'm guessing with these extra control pads, you could hook up and play player 2. But, I mean, honestly, this doesn't look bad at all. All right, let's see. Come here. Somebody come here. Oh. So this is running really well. I don't know how well it's showing up on camera, but this is actually really smooth. I've been trying to watch, for some drop frames or anything like that, and I'm not seeing anything. I don't remember if I can interact with this dog. Let him out? No. Oh, but there is a chicken dinner hiding in that phone booth. So now I have the bat. All right, now I know I've got... Oh, I just skipped. Okay. All right, well, anyway, we'll mess around with that later. But yeah, so that's running very smoothly. I'm actually kind of surprised. UN Squadron? I don't know what that is. Street Fight 2. Now, I am seeing a bunch of stuff on the screen, like where there's writing, off to the side here, the brightness changes. So it does fluctuate. And I don't think this camera is quite catching that. Maybe you can see it a little bit, maybe not. And I know the brightness of the screen is... The camera has a hard time dealing with that a little bit. But, oh, so this is the original Street Fighter 2 even. Okay. The World Warrior. All right, one player start. Just play... Oh, come on, we'll play as Ken. All right, now don't make fun of me, because this is going to be terrible. Trying to figure out these buttons here. Because we do have 6 buttons. But they're not laid out. Like, I'm pressing... Okay, the 3 on the bottom, I get a punch, and a kick. And then the 3 across the top, I get a punch, a kick, and a kick. So it's going punch, punch, kick, and punch, kick, kick. So it looks like these 3 are your punches, these 3 are your kicks, which is weird. Makes it a little awkward, but you can go in and fix the settings. So that you do have the ability to go in there. The weird thing is, none of these buttons are labeled. So A, B, X, Y, L, R. Okay, but the thing is, these... maybe it's... Is it like... Oh, it's very light. Okay. If the light hits it just right, you can kind of see... There's A, B, R. Is that Y? Y, X, L. Okay. All right. So we do have to go in. You do have the ability to go in and remap those. So that's, at least that's something, which is good. Okay. Go back. How do I want to go back without setting anything. Okay, so this is your select and this is your go back, just so you know when you're messing with all of this stuff. Okay, so it's playing that okay. Oops. Actually, let me go back. All right. I got to see what this is. Now, right there when the screen was black, it was going crazy. 1996. Wow. So was there a Winning 11 arcade game? Is that what this is? And now it says 2002. Okay, 2002 World Soccer Winning 11. And Winning 11 is what became Pro Evolution Soccer. So I know none of you care, but whatever. Trying to get this so it's not washed out. Oh, wow. Okay, so this was a Japanese release only, it looks like. Sure. What am I doing? Oh, this is a Game Boy game. And if you listen, you can hear the music is kind of cutting in and out there. It's like the music is dropping. Okay, so we've got international teams. Okay, whatever. Okay, sure. Oh, I think I just went for shoot. Okay. Nice save. All right, so this is the Game Boy Advance release of Pro Evolution Soccer, Winning 11 Soccer, whatever, from 2002. So that is interesting. And it is stuttering a little bit. It is having some problems. So go going in and dropping frames and whatever might be something worth looking into on a game like that. Okay, I was curious to see what it was. So a Game Boy Advance game in there. So it does have an interesting selection of stuff built in. So you do have some things in there, so you're not completely in the dark. Okay. Oh, wait, are these all? Oh, so there's more stuff in here if you go underneath the settings. And these are all playable? Oh my gosh. So this has a ton of games in here. Final Fantasy Advanced Tactics. Or Tactics Advance, whatever. Okay. All right. So we do have a bunch of bonus stuff. Now, I don't know if you can change what's on your, main screen here. If there's some way to, make your favorites. Oh, and then here's for your cards. Okay, so what is Transplant Games? Oh. Wait, oh, yeah, open. Open GGS. Pick your system, left and right. Not pretty yet, not music. Open GGS. I don't know what this is. And I can't do anything with it. And so now we're stuck. Pressing buttons doesn't do anything. Okay, so we've got some stuff. I guess I got to learn some Japanese and figure out some of the basics here. But yeah, so when we go through here, there's actually a ton of stuff. So when we looked at it earlier, and it said there was 16 gigs of space, and only a little bit was free, that may actually be legit because they've got a ton of stuff in here. So Game Boy Color. So if we come in here, Donkey Kong Country. So yeah, these are all Game Boy Color ROMs. Magi Nation. Ooh, FIFA 2000, right? Metal Gear Solid. Oh, I remember this on the Game Boy Color. Sure. All right. So the other thing is, because this is a tabletop machine, it is portable. So you can take this with you. You can go places. I was going to okay. I was going to move the tripod and extend the legs out to get a better view of this, but of course it just pulled a leg off. So, all right, guys. Well, there we go. So this thing, it's what it ends up being. The retro arcade. What it ends up being is it is system on a chip, emulator. But it has a bunch of games already loaded on it. Plus, it's got the spot where you can put in a memory card, and you can load it with even more games. Some of the games, like I said, there's a little bit of stutter, but you can drop frames to help make it run a little more smoothly. I'm going to have to check some more game stuff on it. But this is the clear, smoky plastic, whatever you want to call it. Like I said, they do have another version that is the blue and white and red. That's going to look more like the NEOGEO Mini coming out from SNK. This is the knockoff, but this is not bad. Honestly, this is better than I thought it would be. I actually expected something a lot worse. What am I doing with the cameras? There we go. I honestly expected something a lot worse than what this is. This actually turned out pretty well. These game pads give you the ability. I'll probably put like the Simpsons arcade game on here. My son loves to play that. We can sit and play that game together. Output to TV, no HDMI. So you're dealing with that issue, but you can put it out there. So I don't know if I can do something like Tron because there's no, puck for spinning around, deadly discs and that kind of stuff. But I don't know if there's some way to make it work using the pad. I know some emulators will allow you to use the pad on here in place of the puck and then use your joystick to move normally. Sometimes you have to use the buttons depending on the emulator, so I can try that. But yeah, overall, I'm actually impressed. It's a lot better than I thought. I like the look and feel of it. Being this size, makes it, I'm sure, very close to what that SNK Mini is. But actually, back here, I've got the Tron desktop mini game. This is the game that came out in the early 80s to bring the arcade action home. To move all this stuff out of the way. Come on, He-Man. And so you can see this one was also the smoky see-through plastic, which is kind of why I went with this. So you can see, size-wise, they are somewhat similar. And so this is something that, I grew up with as a kid. So that's, part of the nostalgia factor with something like this. Plus, the idea of having your little arcade games you can take with you. As far as price, this was popping up around $80. You can find it cheaper some places for around $50. And so, but most likely if you're just doing a search, and I ordered this directly from China. If you order one of these, if they start showing up on Amazon or eBay, you might pay a little bit of the import premium. So be prepared for it to be somewhat higher than that. But yeah, so this is technically questionable legality when it comes to something like this. But like I said, for the nostalgia factor of if you remember playing with these types of things, that's what this goes for, is that same look. And then when I actually get the NEOGEO Mini, we can put it side by side and do a comparison. But overall, I have to say I'm actually pretty impressed with this thing. This is actually a lot more fun than I expected. So there we go. So all right, guys, that's going to do it for this live stream today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with me through all the ups and downs of everything that went on today. I'm going to stick this rechargeable battery back in here and plug it in and see if we can't get a charge on it. And I'll play around with it some more, and we'll have an update in the future when the actual SNK Mini comes out in a couple weeks. But that's going to do it for me, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Maybe.